Well, there we go, people. How are we all doing? Let's have a look and see who's having a listen. Hello, Jack. Bonsoir to you. Hi, Ollie. Hi, Andy. The thumb is it's bruising's gone down. It's a bit it's all sort of okay. There's a little bit of a bruise on the side there, but I think I'll live, which is probably quite good, to be fair. So Jack sounds good enough to almost make you want to play a strat. Have you got a strat? I can't actually remember if you have now. Got not even one? You must have. Must have. I've got loads here. You should borrow one. Sure, I can find a terrible one for you. Hiya, Sheila. Well, it's not the worst of habits you could form, to be fair. You know, I've started drinking heavily because of the coronavirus. Hiya, Maggie. How you doing? So I'm going to take this mic away so I can have some coffee. Hiya, Tim. Right. That's better. Right. So yeah, that was Nick. Hiya, Nick. That was Tin Pan Alley, aka the roughest place in town. Stevie Ray Vaughan. I know he recorded it. I'm not sure whether he actually was the first one. I sort of doubt it. So if anyone knows who the original of that one was, then you'll have to let me know. So anyway, this is, God, which episode is this now? I'm losing track. I think this is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I believe. I'm sure someone will correct me. But yeah, this is episode 9 of my 42 Guitars series. We're getting through them now. Nearly at bass guitar again, so it's bass tomorrow. But today is the beauty that is my creamy Strat. This one doesn't really have a name as such. Most of mine have some kind of odd nickname, but creamy is about the nearest I've got to a nickname for this one. You have got one. What have you got, Jack? Put up a picture of your Strat. Is it a good one? Is it a mediocre one? Nice one, Maggie. I'm glad you're okay. Glad we're all coping in these odd times, which is quite nice that we're all okay, staying indoors and keeping out of the way. It's like I'm under house arrest, but I've done nothing wrong, which is a first for me. So anyway, this is my creamy Bitsa. Now this one is it's quite an interesting guitar. I've got a bunch of Bitsa Strats, um, but this is one of my. I have to be honest. This is one of my favourite Bitsas. Not for. I mean, it's not overly. How can I put it? It's not a vintage one. It's not particularly interesting. I haven't had it for a long time. But I'll be honest. It's actually a really, really nice. It's a uh, really nice little. Um, it was put together out of a few different bits and pieces. So let's take some of this reverb off so we can actually hear it properly. You need tons of reverb for that track. That sounds quite nice now. Perhaps slightly more. I do like a bit of reverb. Thanks, Ollie. Yeah, no, I think it's a good looking guitar. I tell you what, for years, I've been trying to track down a body of this sort of shade. Oh, hello, Finn. How are you doing today? Hope you're feeling better. So basically, this is the creamy bits, but I've been searching for ages to find a body that was just the right creamy color because I do really like this color, but I couldn't get it. I tried a couple of bodies. I had a white Strat for a while, and sorry, I should have said, and hello Ruben as well. So you've got you've got like tons of different sort of like shades of like creamy sort of white Strat type colors, but I saw this for sale on Facebook Marketplace. So the body that is on Facebook Marketplace, and it's sort of, I don't know if you can see it. It's actually, if I put it up close, you can see that there's some grain. So you can see the grain through the creamy finish. So there's definitely some wood showing through there. So there's a wood grain which I really really like, and the actual color is really really off white cream rather than just being a straight sort of white or off white sort of solid color. So I really wanted something that had this sort of like the wood showing through, and it's also a little bit beat up, which I quite like. So I really like it. And what the body is actually a nitro finish because it's a highway body from an old Highway 1 guitar, a Highway 1 Fender. So the Highway ones were really thinly coated with nitrous cellulose, for those of you who are interested in things like that. So it's actually a really, really nice body. It's not too heavy, so it's really cool for playing. So I found the whole guitar, like the Highway 1 Strat with a maple neck, had a maple neck, 22 fret neck. And I don't particularly like, maple necks at the best of times for Strats. I do, I have some, but I really wanted this particular combination. I really wanted to make up a guitar that had a creamy body, a rosewood neck, and a tortoiseshell scratch plate because I always thought it was a really cool look. So I basically took the neck off the Highway 1 and put this one I've had knocking around for quite a while. It's been on a few different guitars. It's, I believe, a WD Fender replacement neck, just a straight vintage headstock shape. Clouson vintage tuners, so it's going for like a vintage style feel. Jack, mine is an above average one. It's a lightweight road worn job covered in scalds and vintage gills. Oh yeah, the road worn stuff is really really nice. I have to say, I'm really impressed with the road worn stuff. I have a road worn jazz bass, and I have a friend with a road worn telly, and a road worn Strat, and they're really nice. In fact, I think Senna has a road worn Strat as well. Senna Weeks, that is on my friends list. He uses a Fender road worn, and I'm always really impressed with those. So yeah, this is basically just another Bitsa caster. So it's a Highway 1 body, a neck off a WD sort of like replacement neck that I've just sort of got off eBay, I think, at some point. And most of it's just made from little bits and pieces. The rosewood, the tortoiseshell scratch plate is one I ordered from Charles Guitars. So like an age 60s one, so that sort of fits in with the whole thing. So it's a vintage vibe, but it's not like a relic, if you like. So it's straight normal Fender bridge, but a proper steel bridge bridge block in there makes it sound better in my opinion anyway. So this particular guitar has a slightly different pickups than I would normally use. Years back, I had bought a guitar with a Lindy Fralin, what's it called? A Lindy Fralin Blues Special in the front position. And then in the middle position, this one's got a Texas Special. And in the bridge position, it's got a bare knuckle Trilogy middle pickup, if that makes any sense. So I've got if you like, the middle pickup from a Trilogy set. I was talking yesterday, if you were listening, about my Tokai has the neck pick from the neck pickup from the Stockholm set of P90s. So it's slightly less hot than the bridge, but it's still pretty hot. And this one's the same. I found that the best sort of power, if you like, or the best amount of windings really was for that tone that I particularly like is not really hot. So a Trilogy set on a bare knuckle is 15K. This is more like 12. And so that's a middle pickup of a Trilogy set, which gives me just the right amount of output. So it's not too mid-rangey and fat. It's still got a bit of top on it. Still sounds like a Strat bridge, but is still pretty huge sounding. Because it's the trouble with Strats is always that they end up sounding a bit sort of thin on the bridge. So I like to get a fairly low output neck pickup. Neck pickup on this one, the Lindy Fralin is about 5.7 or 5.9, something like that. And then the Texas Special is about 6K, 6.5K. And then the bridge one is actually 12, so it's really quite a lot more powerful. But I always think it just gives you a really good balance between the front and back. So if you the front pickup, put the back pickup, and that's without the tone took down as well, so it still sounds pretty fat. But being an overwound, it has got so much ice picky-ness to it, and it's got a lot of mids. So the Lindy Fralin mixes quite well with it. So each one, I'll put it on the front pickup, and then the in-between sound, front and middle, which is sort of on this guitar, it's one of the best sounds, I think. This is probably my favorite guitar for that sound. It's got a really nice boingy sort of they work really well together, these pickups, for some reason. And a lot of top as well. So it's really nice for that particular sound. So yeah, that's probably my favourite sound on this guitar, to be fair, is that front and mid. This one's a bit of a weird one. I'll explain this for anybody who has a Stratocaster. what I've done is, instead of the normal wiring you would have on a Strat, I've taken the wire off the bridge pickup and swapped it. No, hang on, that's wrong. I've taken the wire from the middle pickup and the front pickup, and I've changed them around. So what that means, if you do that, it's a really simple job. You take the wire to the switch from this pickup, and the wire to the switch from this pickup, and you just literally swap them around. So what that ends up with is that when you're in the front position on this guitar, so if I'm in that position, which would normally be the middle, normally be the front pickup, that one is actually this one. So that makes that sound. And then if you put it on that one, it's those two. But then when you stick it on where would normally be the middle pickup, you've got the front pickup. That's because they're switched around. That means, it sounds a bit odd, but when you put it on that setting, which would normally be these two, hi Johnny, hi Paddy, hi Sam. So when you would normally put it on these two, what actually now happens is those two are on. So basically that setting is those two, because I don't particularly use that sound, these two pickups, not actually overly keen on the tone. I'd rather have front and back. So a la Telecaster. And then on the back position, it's just the bridge pickup. So I'll run through that again. So front position is the middle pickup. The position number 2, if you like, is the front 2. That position, where it should be the middle pickup, is actually the front pickup. Put it on that pickup, and you've got front and back, and then middle position. So I'll run through that, actually playing them. So on the where would normally be the front is our middle pickup. It's got a pretty cool middle pickup. That's a Texas Special. And then you get your regular, your front 2 pickups on. Then on the middle position, that's my front pickup. But then you put it on that one, and you've got front and back, so you can get that Telecaster sound. So that, I do really like to get that Telecaster, sort of like soul sound. Again, because the bridge pickup is pretty overwound, you do get like a really close Telecaster tone. So that sort of. So it's nice and close to a telly. Then obviously the back pickup by itself, just there. So that again sounds a bit Telecaster-ish because it's so fat sounding, and it's got a bridge plate on it. What's the word? Not bridge plate, base plate. So the back pickup basically has like a metal plate underneath it, giving it even more of a Telecaster-ish type of tone. So that's basically my creamy Bitsa. So the only real sort of like thing with it is the odd wiring, the fact that it's got like an overwound bridge pickup, and the fact that it has that strange wiring to it. It's fairly, if you like, a standard Strat. One of those bitsas that I put together and immediately really liked it. The neck fitted absolutely perfectly, which doesn't normally happen when I put a guitar together. I normally have to do a lot of jiggery pokery trying to make the thing to fit properly. But this one magically came together and was just instantly really, really nice. So I have to. This is probably in my list of sort of top 2 or 3 strats because it just sounds really, really nice. But for no, it's got no particular. There's nothing particularly expensive or special about it, apart from the pickups are probably a bit pricey. But it's definitely one of those guitars that you put together and all of a sudden it's like, this is fantastic. Don't need to touch it and probably will never take it to bits again. And this is definitely one of those ones that's worth more than the sum of its parts. It's one of those ones that I would not sell because it sounds so good together. So it'd be a little point getting rid of the thing because what it's really worth, its inherent worth is not really worth getting. So one of those really, really nice strats that just happen to just feel really nice for no particular reason. Oh, hello, my dear. How you doing? I see you finished your choir. Hopefully that went okay. Johnny, you like the idea of having the bridge and neck pickups? It's a really, really easy mod to do. It literally is just 2 little bits of soldering, and I would recommend that you stick, if you haven't, I think I've already done your strat, is stick a tone control on the bridge pickup, and you can easily get like I just don't like that bridge and middle sound. It's a bit, I always find it slightly cliched. All right, I'm going to move on to give you my daily lick. So the daily lick for this one is a bit SRV inspired because I'm doing SRV today. I'll be finishing off with a Stevie Ray track, another Stevie Ray track. But this is the lick I was going to do. If you look in the folder of 42 guitars, licks, etc., you'll see one that says Stevie Freebie, which means it's a Stevie lick that I'm giving you for free. It's the sort of a fairly recognizable one. It's like a sort of, if you like, an octave style. It's not an octave riff, but it's sort of playing the top note. We're in B minor for this one, so it's B minor pentatonic. And what you're doing is you're playing this. So it's basically just a lick where you're playing this. So it's a nice, easy lick, to be fair. But what you do is you actually play that note all the way through on every single note. So what you're doing is a little bit of hybrid picking. You're picking with the pick, magically enough. So you're picking with the pick all these lower notes, and then with this finger, with a rude finger, you're actually going. So that's just for every note you're playing down here, you're playing a note with this. So breaking them down, or not the most interesting of licks by itself, but add them together, you get something pretty special. And you can have a look at that lick on the Facebook page in the folder. And I was using that. I did use it at least once during Tin Pan Alley. And you can do loads of stuff with that. You just have that note going all the time. So it sort of changes up a fairly standard blues lick with something a bit sexy. So this is going to be a little slightly more funky. This was originally by Buddy Guy, actually, many years ago. Actually, there's a bit of a tie in there because I think tomorrow I will be doing, as it's bass day tomorrow. It's for every 4 guitars, I'll be throwing in a bass. So I think tomorrow I'm going to be throwing in my Fender Precision from 1969, signed by Buddy Guy. So a tie in there. This is a Buddy Guy song that was covered by Stevie Ray, and it's called Mary Had a little lamb. So thanks ever so much for listening. Please share if you know anyone who might be interested to have a listen to this. All of these things, all of these videos are uploaded on YouTube as of today. So if you want to watch them in different surroundings, then you can watch them on YouTube if you like. So thanks for listening. I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully this will work. I might have to stop it and start again because I think it might have cut out last time. So we'll just see. But if everything goes to plan, this should be Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to jam over it because that's the kind of guy I am. See you next time. There you go. That seems to work. Thanks a lot for listening, guys. We'll see you next time. Take